Once upon a time, there's a kingdom called Clean Away. Of course, we always have castle, the king, the queen, and the princess. Obviously, the princess, as usual, would be cursed. The darkest shadows from the dirty monster drowned wonderful kingdom in the world poison, brought the whole kingdom and our beloved princess fell into a sleep like death and never be awakened. In the past, to fight against dirty monster, day by day the whole kingdom rushed to clean. People in town tried all of their common cleaning method. About 16% of people use only water to clean since they thought it wasn't necessary to use cleaning products. While 25% only use their familiar brands, and 58% only use natural-made products like vinegar, lemon for safety concern. They didn't know that those common cleaning methods consume more water and no use with stains on stove, wall, floor, and glass. All along with lazy people who take no responsibility of their actions made the whole kingdom worse off. Eventually, the darkest day came and as you can see now, the whole kingdom turned from this into this. The news of Clean Away Kingdom spread out quickly, still they reached far away kingdom. The prince decided to bring his kingdom treasure to rescue the princess and awake the forgotten city. His magical sieve. Magical tool can clean all sticky stains with one swipe without leaving any bacteria. The whole room was blossomed by sieve. The princess awoken as well as the whole kingdom. The prince and the princess together bestowed their treasure to Clean Away Kingdom, from famous chefs to hostel owners and citizens. To make Sieve more approachable, the royal launch awake the forgotten city by 4 steps. 1. Make it familiar. Not awards or percentage discount to retailer which displays Sieve for low concept. Discount level would based on display space. To encourage seller, the royal launch travel with treasure Sieve for retailer who has targeted sales. 2. Wow experience. The royal open sieve cleaning tent in public place where people can bring their cooking utensils with stains and get it clean for free. Along with street vendor ladies bring sieve around central area, get on-site cleaning service for free as moving selling point. 3. Make it desirable, interactive experience. Future of kingdom is children. Hence, the royal open becomes sieve night one-day camp, where parents could bring their children and enjoy games and activities, raise awareness of protecting city shininess for children. It also brought good impact on parents' interest in sieve treasure. After the camp, photo shoot sieve night launched. Parents could take pictures of their kids using sieve, get votes on social media, and receive prizes. Social image, continuous awareness. As the name of whole campaign, Sieve Nights would clean the main attractions of the kingdom. Nights were homeless people and children. Each Sieve product sold, customers sent 500 to 1,000 Vietnam dong to Nights Sieve Fund, create better life for homeless people and better image